And welcome back. Welcome back. It's always a pleasure to see you and have you near. Thank you. Hey, our next guest is a filmmaker, director, and author. He joins us to speak about his film, Take a Ride, Miami, and how it highlights the untold stories and challenges faced by city residents and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Anthon Samuel. Anthon, welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
Thanks for having me.
So you're out there in Miami now?
Yeah, I'm up in Miami. It's not as cold as up there, but we got some cold weather.
Well, welcome to the Boogie Down BX. Let me see, go like this. Go like this. You're in it, the BX, and we're in Miami. All right, let's share this space and time together. What can you tell us about yourself, and where are you from, first of all, and how did you get started in this?
So I'm born and raised in Miami. A little bit about myself as it pertains to the film. There's gun violence affected me when I was young. You know, at the age of 7, unfortunately, I saw my father shot and killed. And then also throughout my adolescence, ran into a lot of gun violence with different friends. And then the most recent situation that happened is about a year and a half ago, my younger brother was killed due to gun violence. So gun violence has really plagued me, and despite letting it take over me and keep me down, I just use it as something I can do, my testimony, to really share with others who's impacting, and just think of different preventative measures that we can do to stop gun violence.
And of course, this helps you out too, because and helps out other people who are sharing in that same trauma. I would call it trauma. It was traumatizing back then. You're 7 years old and you're watching all of this take place. So to put the pen to the paper and just get it out of your head and put it out there and share it with other people, you're helping yourself and helping others. Is that the case?
Yeah, definitely pen and paper. Other things I would say is, just thinking of how to reach today's generation. Everything is technology. You go on social media, you see the videos, you see the reels. So I just really wanted to think of ways I can reach out to this generation. And that's why I came up with the idea to do a film, rather just writing a book or writing a poem. Just really thinking about what can capture today's generation to have them look at it and understand the awareness.
So you have it out there. Take a Ride, Miami. What is it, and how did you come up with that title?
So Take a Ride, Miami is a documentary that focuses on gun violence, specifically in Miami. I came up with the title, just wanted you to take a ride. I wonder what people would see if they took a ride with me through my life and through Miami. Miami is a beautiful city. I think when most people see it on their TVs, they see South Beaches. And actually, when I went to college, I would tell people I'm from Miami, and they would say, "Oh man, you have beaches and palm trees." And I was like, that's so far from my reality. Like the beaches, I don't wake up and go see the beach. Like what I wake up to is so different. So I really just wanted people to take a ride with me and just see the different things that happen in Miami, and really just bring awareness around a serious situation and to people who's probably not as highlighted as much. Yeah,
you know what? Can we throw to a piece of that just to show a little bit about what you've been working on? You can bring it in right now. Take a ride.
You see my city, you probably think it's palm trees, beaches, and luxury lifestyles. What you don't know is there's a lot of gun violence and bloodshed that run these streets.
In the crossfire, a young woman is shot and killed while at a house party.
The 6-year-old boy was killed Saturday while playing outside in Northwest Miami-Dade.
Mother crossing the yellow police tape to get to the man lying lifeless on the ground.
It's like you're almost putting on the face of this horrible community, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a cover-up.
My city in a crisis right now. It's been murder. Police sirens all through the night.
A lot of angry police and local leaders here today fed up with the recent deadly gun violence across Miami-Dade.
Right now while we filming this on site, you feel what I'm saying?
This is the Economy food store. When police arrived, the victim of several gunshot wounds was found, shot dead.
Rest in peace, King Carter, Blaze Carter, my dog. No remorse for the shooter, hope we get him a morgue.
Edmund Bailey is in critical but stable condition after being shot in the head in his car in Miami Gardens, Florida.
Take a ride through my city. There's blood on these walls. Look around you. We living rough. We gonna show you everything. Nothing to hide.
This ain't no make-believe, this real life.
So are you sure you want to take a ride through my city? The real Miami.
Coming soon. Wow, that's deep, you know, and it's true. This is all around us. This is what's happening, you know, and you're bringing to light, creating the awareness that, you know, we do have this situation, this problem, and what are some of the things that we can do to correct it? Is it mostly gang violence or just people of color, people just shooting at each other? You shoot somebody over here, this person over here says, oh yeah, and it comes over here and it goes back and forth.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily focus on the gang violence of it. It really focuses on the awareness of gun violence within kids, within the youth. There's a lot of it. You will see that so many kids in our youth is really leaning towards gun violence. And before, when I initially did the film, it did show just the violence. But this problem don't show the violence that happens. It really focused more on the solution. And, you know, there's no one solution, but it at least give perspective for different options that's out there to at least slow gun violence down.
Yeah. What do you think we can do to help slow it down? I mean, you have some solutions in the film, but what do you think that we need? You're right, there's no one solution, but there's some of the things that we can put together to help curb the violence.
Yeah, I actually thought about it, and I simplified it to two things. I think the first thing is how do our community activists and people in the community, our politicians, generate more tools and resources for the community, especially the youth, whether it be mental illness, whether it be traumatic experiences, because a lot of our youth experience things, and who do they have to talk to? You know, so how do we create that from a community level? So I think that's one. And then the second part of that is the community. How do we tap into those resources? How do we get more involved and bring our kids and really care about it? You know, because there are some community events that's happening, but the community is not tapping into it as much. So I think it's really a partnership between the community and its residents to tap into those resources to really help our youth.
Are you reaching out to any of the elected officials in the area to put some more money into the area for jobs? Because with the youth, they grow up and they see, you know, I was guilty of it too. I'm growing up, I'm watching somebody across the street with all this money in their hand, big knots of money, putting it in their pot. I said, I want to make that kind of money too.
Yeah.
So if you capture them at that area, at that age and say, hey, you know, this is the way to go, that's not the way to go because it looks good, but look, the cops are going to come and arrest this guy or something's going to happen, somebody's going to get shot.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say nothing to where I've been able to get with elected officials and generate jobs, but I have been reaching out to different organizations where there are youth and really just going in and sharing my story with them. I think what's important is that they can see somebody like me. You know, right now I have on a sweater, but under the sweater I have a lot of tattoos. You know, I wear gold chains, and I do all those different things. But despite all that, you know, I'm a very successful executive in a company. So it's just really showing them that, you know, you can look like this and still be something, and there's a different way to get it. A quick story I'll tell you. I have a younger son, and I went to my son's practice right after work. I had my suit on.
Yeah.
And then the kid came up to me and he said, hey, did you just come from prom? Or are you a pastor? And it just really, you know, hit me that the kids think that to dress like this, you have to either go to prom or be a pastor. So just really showing the community that there's more people like us that can do what we can do, go into any room, talk, walk, and be able to survive and thrive.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Where can we go? I'm going to hold it right there. A lot of people need to see what you're putting out there so that we can try to help with the situation, with the problem, come up with some solutions. Give me your website and social media so we can follow you, because I know you're going to put up a lot of information there where we can grasp hold of that and see how we can contribute or follow.
Okay, so the film is already released, actually. It's on Amazon Prime. You can just type in Take a Ride Miami, and it'll pop up. And then my social media, my personal handle is Audi, AUDI _Samuel. And then for the Take a Ride film, it's Take a Ride Film, all one word, no spaces or hyphens. And that's all the information in case you want to see it.
Hey, man, we appreciate you and thank you. Thank you so much for doing all you do. You know, you're making a difference in our community, and that's what's important.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
God bless you, man.